One of the most challenging tasks of a missionary in serving in a foreign country, aside from evangelization, is to learn the language of the particular country he's working in, and also to familiarize himself with the sociological, the artistic, and the cultural norms of the country. Otherwise, you never fit in. For me, the task was a joy. When I went to Japan, the task was a joy because I was always interested in the Orient per se, and especially in Oriental art. And I thought, oh, here's my chance to pick it up. Well, it didn't quite materialize like that. We had to spend all the time, most of the time, learning the language and the customs, the norm, the do's and don'ts, and so on. And we were busy going to school 6 days a week, and so really I didn't have no time to pick up the art. But I enjoyed it, and I looked at many art pieces there, and I was determined sometime to be able to pick it up. Well, it didn't materialize until I came back to the States. I was stationed in Wisconsin. I was at a teaching position there, and one of my friends, I expressed my desire to learn Oriental painting. I told my friend, Brother Tony, about it. He said, oh, he said, in that case, you should go to Sister Clara Hahn in Milwaukee. She's giving a course on Oriental painting, brush painting, and I thought, oh, this is great. And it so happened that she has a good connection with the SVDs because she came from the parish where Father Fernadametz, who was our first missionary, who's canonized now, first missionary in China, her aunt and uncle worked at his place. They were catechists, and the women did sewing. The sisters taught them sewing, and so his two aunties were employed there, and her uncle. So she said, we know you, Father. I don't charge you because we know, And I said, well, I didn't argue that. We had a 3-hour class every Tuesday night. There was about 7 of us, I guess, and they're all school teachers or librarians or daycare workers, and they wanted to get away from involvement. And it's very relaxing. Japanese favor sumie, and it captures the essence of a thing. It's just kind of outlines of things, not too detailed, and it's just black and white. And they say, well, that must be very dull, or just the opposite. It's considered the higher form than color. Color is like an exception, But the challenge in sumie is you have only black. You have 4 colors: black, basic black, dark ink, and then you make it toned into gray, and then almost whitish, and then the white is accomplished by no paint, no tint at all, no paint, no ink at all. I prefer what they call gombi. It's a very detailed thing. They show every little line, every little leaf on a willow tree, and then petals on a chrysanthemum, and pine needles, and so on. It's kind of tedious, but I like it, and I have facility in that. So I pursued that. I went to her class, and she was funny. She was very kind to us, but she was very insistent. She'd come around and critique your work. The value in Oriental painting, they say, they call it the phoenix eye. So things usually swerve over like in it. If you look at it, it's like an eye of a phoenix imaginary bird. Sister told us fascinating techniques, much more than usually be taught in the class. And for instance, I have an example of some painting here. It's brownish, and it looks like an ancient parchment or something. It's gotten by a wash of tea over the rice paper, and you can use milk and all kinds of different things. It's just fascinating. And sometimes you just take a wet brush, no ink at all, and you just go around, make an outline of things, and then take the tip of your brush, stick it on there, and then whoosh, it diffuses itself over it. It's fast. You could never paint like that. You don't know what it's going to be, where it's going to go, and how deep it's going. The different tones. It was fascinating. You can learn so much. I enjoy it.